what actually? It is not reacting with water. It is reacting with the cold water, hot water, and as well as what? Everybody. Steam. Cold water, hot water, and as well as steam. So that is what you should remember. Reacting with the cold, reacting with the hot, and reacting with the steam. So these all the things, many questions here you can see. Already we studied. You are tell me. Now one by one. Which metals react with the cold water? Fastly, guys. Sodium, potassium, and
Calcium.
in that also, who's arranged them? Increasing order of their reactivity. Who is more reactive? Potassium. Next one, sodium. Next one is what? Calcium. Over. Take your pencil and write. Next. Did any metal produce fire on water? Yes. Which is the metals? Potassium and sodium. Next. Does any metal start floating after some time? Yes. Again what? Potassium and sodium. Why, guys? Anybody can tell? Because they are what?
Less density than water.
Yeah. So they are very highly reactive. And what is the answer will take place? They increase basically. So they will catch the fire and they will start floating on hot water after some time. So okay, wait, sorry. So sodium and potassium basically will float in the cold water, but they're not specified what water. So I will write it here. You will remember. Does any metal starts floating after some time? Cold water, potassium and sodium always will float. So that it is not correct. After some time they are mentioning. If there is no after, sodium and potassium is answer. If it is after some time, please note it, everybody. After some time, yes, there is two metals who will float. That is what? Magnesium and calcium. Magnesium and magnesium and calcium on hot water after some time. Okay, so magnesium also, see, calcium also react with what? Hot water also. Okay, that is what. So who will float after some time? Everybody? Magnesium and calcium. Next, put the metals did not react with the cold water in beakers, half filled with the hot water. Anybody? Which is the metals? Actually, they never mention the metals. You can take any metals. Native metals. What is the metals which we cannot? The well-known metal below hydrogen. What is that? Copper. Of course, you can take platinum. You can take gold also. Okay, everybody. Platinum and gold we used to call some name. What is that? Platinum and gold together we used to call native metals. So they won't even react with the steam also. Steam also no reaction. No reaction with the steam also. Okay. Next, for the metals that did not react with the hot water, arrange the operators as shown in figure 3.3. Where is the figure 3.3? Oh, figure 3.3. Observe the reactions with the steam. Yes. So what are the metals which do not react with the hot water? I already told you. What are the metals do not react with the hot water? Everybody. Aluminium. Sodium natra. Harish.
Zinc,
They reacting with cold water means doesn't mean that they are not reacting with hot water. Understand, Harish? They'll react with hot water also. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Sodium react with what? Sodium react with the sodium and potassium react with the cold water, hot water, and as well as steam. But they already react with the cold water itself, so that it is not necessary to react with the hot and steam. Do you understand, guys? Those who can react with the cold water, they can react with the hot water also. But those who can react with the hot water, they cannot react with what? Yes, please. They cannot react with the cold water. Understand? Example, magnesium react with the hot water. But magnesium, is it possible to react with the cold water? That is what is my question. Is it possible? Respond, Ra. Not possible. Understanding? Magnesium cannot react with the cold water, but magnesium can react with the what water? Hot water. Sodium can react with the hot water as well as cold water. But cold water itself, it will highly reactive. That is why we won't discuss about the hot water. Understand, Hari? Yes. So what is the react? What is that? Who not react with hot water but react with the steam? Just now we studied. What is that metals? Aluminium, zinc, and as well as iron. Okay. So please make it. That's all. Next. Which metal did not react even with the steam? What is that? That is what I said. Native metals. What is the native metals?
Gold, silver, platinum.
Yes, you take it as only two, gold and as well as platinum. Okay, Harish? Clear? So arrange the metals in the decreasing order of reacting with the water. Arrange the metals in decreasing order of metals. What is that? Potassium is greater than, sodium is greater than, calcium is greater than, magnesium is greater than, aluminum is greater than, zinc is greater than, iron. Iron also it will come above so that we can. Okay, guys, this is the order. Anybody having any problem? You can ask. Okay, all of you? Yes, please. So this is the reactivity of metals with the water. Either it is a cold water or hot water. So if you are moving from left to right, decreasing or increasing, note it. Left to right, it is decreasing. Okay. Right to left, it is what? Everybody. It is increasing with the water. So please make it. And this is the setup which you all people need to make for action of steam on a metal. If you want to make a setup, this is the setup. So how to produce the steam? Very simple. You have to take a one beaker or you have to take one test tube. You have to put a metal sample here. For producing steam, you can see, you take a glass wool soaked in water. So there is a glass wool which is soaked in water and kept inside the test tube. Do you all able to see it or not? Please respond, everybody. So glass wool soaked inside the water and it is kept in the test tube at the bottom. Now there is a metal sample here. Now what will happen if I started heating? This water which is present in the wool will start evaporate and it will produce something. Anybody can tell? It will produce what? It will produce the steam. That steam will react with this metal and it will form two things. What is the products will come? That steam will react with the metals. It will form two things. What is that, guys? Metal
oxide
plus
hydrogen.
Metal oxide is a solid or liquid? Verify. Metal oxide is a solid or liquid? Solid. Do you understand, everybody? So metal oxide will form here only. Here metal oxide will form. And only one more gas is releasing. What is that gas, everyone?
Yes? Hydrogen gas.
Hydrogen.
So this is cork. This one, what you are seeing here is cork to prevent the passing of exchange of gases. So inside the tube, the hydrogen gas will produce and this hydrogen gas will go downward. It will be into the delivery tube. But we have to know hydrogen gas is releasing or not. So for that one, we will use a tube called as, what is this tube, everybody? Inverted gas jar. Understanding? So what is that experiment name called as? Inverted gas jar, everybody? Yes, please. I told you already. What is the name? Downward displacement of water or upside down water displacement method. So who is lighter? Hydrogen gas is lighter or water is lighter? Everybody. Hydrogen gas is lighter than water. Lighter than water. So if I place an inverted tube, you can see water is fully filled in the tube. Now as the hydrogen gas is releasing, we can notice the bubbles. The bubbles are releasing. So now hydrogen is as lighter than water. So who will go up? Water will go up, hydrogen will go up. Yes, hydrogen will go up. So hydrogen will come and will fill here gas. So water will be going downwards. That is why it is called as, what is this experiment name, everyone? Downward displacement of water. Understanding? So to prove that, now this gas you collect and if you bring the burning matchstick, so it will burn with the what sound? Everybody?
Pop sound.
Burn with the what sound? Pop sound. That is what you have to remember. Okay. So only two metals you should remember. It will catch the fire. Hydrogen will catch the fire. What is the two metals? Everybody. Only should represent heat energy for only two metals. What is the two metals? Sodium and potassium. Understanding? For calcium, what is happening? Of course, it is exothermic. It is less violent. Potassium and sodium, violently, vigorously they will react. Calcium also react with the cold water, but it is less violent. And the heat evolved is not sufficient for the hydrogen to catch fire. That is why here no heat is returned. Everybody understand, Amma? All of you? Yes? Please respond. Next. So next one here they're not given. Magnesium does not react with the cold water, but it will react with what? All of you. It will react with the hot water and as well as what?
Hot water and steam.
Yeah, it will react with the hot water to form magnesium hydroxide and hydrogen. And also see, it will also start floating due to the bubbles of hydrogen gas sticking to its surface. Note it point, this point. This is only CBQ. Mitakshari, point it out. Everybody please write that point. Why that two metals I told you they will float? What is the two metals will float? Everybody check it and tell me what is the two metals will float? Magnesium and magnesium and yes, please. Calcium. What is the reason behind? This is the reason behind. What is the reason, everyone? Yes, please.
Bubbles of hydrogen
Bubbles of
gas.
hydrogen gas will stick to the surface. That is what the CBQ. Very important. Till now, they never asked this question even a single time. I never even seen a school book also, school questions also. This question has been came. But now it's time to read. That is the reason I'm saying line to line it has been important. Who knows, maybe this year will come. 99% I'll challenge if they will ask this question. Why after some time when magnesium reacting with the hot water, it will start floating? What is the reason? This is the reason. Do you understand, everybody? But this experiment is only for what metals, everybody? Can you tell me? Is it reacting with the hot water or reacting with the steam? This experiment is only for action of what?
Steam on the metal.
Steam on a metal. This experimental setup is only to prove that action of steam on metal. Okay. So remaining you have to use, if it is hot, you suppose if it is a sodium, nothing. You just take one beaker of cold water and put the sodium metal. Do you understand? If it is a potassium also, take cold water and put potassium. If you want magnesium, hot water, then magnesium you take hot water and put magnesium strip. If you want to steam, then take magnesium in one paper like a bench or somewhere stool, and then you pass the steam. You just pass the steam over the magnesium. It will react. Okay. The steam means like this activity. Only for steam you can use this one. Remaining hot water and cold water normally. Do you understand, Ra? So for steam passes, we have to take a glass wool soaked in water. So if we start heating that, the water present in the wool will evaporate and it will produce the steam, and then it will react with the metal. Is it okay, guys? Everybody understand, all of you? So that is what it will be extremely important. This point is very important. Who knows, maybe this year it will come. Next, metals like aluminum, iron and zinc do not react either with the cold water or they will react with what? Everybody? Yes,
Hot water.
hot water. But they react with the one. What is that? They react with the steam to form metal oxide and hydrogen. Now, this is also order I am giving you. Remember that aluminum is more reactive. Next, zinc is more reactive than iron. Sorry, iron and then zinc. Please write that. Okay. So in that three also. So order you follow. What is the order will follow? Who will react more? Aluminum react more, then zinc react more, and then iron. Is it okay, guys? All of you? Sure. Next, metals such as lead, copper, silver, gold, and they do not react with what? Yes, please. Water at all. And there is another metal. What is that?
Platinum.
Platinum. That is what? So check your metal activity series. Harish, here lead is also present, but is the least reactive. So consider lead also. Understand, Mitakshri? Here, Abhinami, lead is of course present in above hydrogen, but it is almost same reactive with the hydrogen. So this is also they are adding as under reaction, no reaction. Please add that. Lead, copper, mercury, silver, platinum, and gold. They will show what, everybody? They will show no reaction. No reaction with the water. So please add it. What is the metals will show no reaction? Everybody? You have to write it.
Lead,
Lead. Next what?
copper,
Copper. Lead, copper, silver.
Platinum.
Okay.
platinum.
Okay. That is what about it. So till here, anybody having any doubt, please let me know. So now just have a glance for 10 minutes time. Just you remember, today only we studied one property. What is the property we studied? Metals react with the cold water. Metals react with the hot water. Metals react with the steam. Now, as I told you, I will give you one tabular column. Actually, today I will give you, but tomorrow also after study with acids only, the tabular column will be fulfilled. This is actually ICSE class 8th tabular column. Keep it in mind. 100% I will give assurance. If you are good in this tabular column, you will be 100% going to get minimum 1 mark to 2 mark in our board exam. You have to fix this tabular column in your mind. Already yesterday we studied this one. Yes, today we studied this one. And tomorrow we are going to study this one, reacting with the acids. Once this acid is over, then please remember, this is the tabular column. 100% you are already having 1 mark in your board exam. You got it already 1 mark. I'm 100% I'll give assurance. Okay. So just have a glance. You have 1 minute time. You can. So first you see that reaction with hot water. This is class 8th ICSE chemistry book, chapter number 2. Okay. See that. Which is the metals react with the cold water? Everybody fastly. Potassium and sodium react with the cold water vigorously. Calcium react with the cold water, but it is how? Moderately. React with the moderately. And here you see, they mention a word here. What is that? Check it, everybody. Violently, but calcium will react with what? Calcium will react with what? Less violent. Less violently only we can use a word called as what? Everybody. Moderate. Understand? That is what. So over first one. Next. Magnesium is the only one react with what? Everybody. I told you already. React with the hot water as well as steam. But others react with what? Others react with
steam.
Others react only to form oxide and hydrogen. Only they react with only steam, and they will only form what? They will only form oxide and hydrogen. Clear, everybody? Entire concept is remembering or not? By reading that point. Am I right? Yes, please. Magnesium react with the hot water, it will form magnesium hydroxide. And magnesium reacting with the steam, it will form magnesium oxide. But remaining metal, aluminium, zinc and iron, only they will form what? Oxide. Next, lead, copper and mercury, no reaction with the hot water or no reaction with the steam. Understanding? Doesn't mean that it will react with the cold water. No reaction with the cold water, hot water and steam. Okay, guys, please respond. Next, silver, gold, platinum. What will happen? No reaction with the hot water or steam. Whatever it is, they won't react. So by reading these 3-4 points, entire concept of today's class, you can remember or not? Everybody? Yes, please. Respond, Ram. That is what. So according to our metal activity series, 10th class CBSE, no platinum is there. If you want, you can write, but according to your book, who is the least reactive metal? Everybody? Gold. But if you read ICSE book, according to them, who is the least reactive metal?
Platinum.
Okay. That's right. Don't bother about it. In your book also, please, you are writing. As we are CBSE student, you just replace this gold to platinum, platinum to gold. Okay, Harish? All of you? All of you
Yes,
do that. Okay, I will send this one now. I will send this tabular column. I don't know when you write, every notebook has this one, and 100% there will be a question in our board exam. Okay, guys, see that this is middle school 8th class ICSE book. Okay, so thank you, everybody. We'll meet in tomorrow's class. I hope all of you understand today's class. Anybody having any problem? Clear, everybody? Yes.
Yes, sir.
So with this, we'll meet in tomorrow. Thank you, everybody. Bye. So don't sleep. Don't sleep. Get back to work. Do something. Prepare. Once you get up, you are not supposed to relax again, I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Sleep sharply by 10:40 and wake up by 4:45 and just proceed. I know you are all struggling. We are all working, but what we can do? There is no way for us. We have to work. Okay. So remember that and proceed. Thank you all. We'll meet tomorrow.